And the Crew, for a second time in their history, have won MLS Cup.
This is a group of winners, and the city of Columbus, congratulations on your second MLS Cup.
Everyone look right at me. I want to make sure I can see everybody. If you can hold your scarf up, hold it up now so I make sure I got faces. Here we go. 1, 2, 5. Excellent.
Early on, I wasn't a soccer fan. I didn't grow up with soccer. She played soccer, and that's about all I knew about it, is my kid liked to run back and forth and score goals.
1, 2, and 5.
So when we got to Columbus, I was active duty in the Army, and the USO was giving away tickets to go to a Crew game. So we ended up getting tickets through the USO. I can remember exactly where we were sitting in the seats right up above the Nordeck, and you could see everything, going on, all the craziness, all the fun.
Since we're like right above it, I just saw that everyone had the big flags that they were waving, that everyone was just having a lot of fun, and then we were just like kind of sitting up there. I'm like, that looks really fun.
Yeah, it's crazy because from the outside, the Nordeck looks like it's these, crazy 20-something, guys just partying, and you don't really know what to expect. So when she asked me to go down there, I'm like, I'm not sure, if that's the best place for a kid. But what happened is she said that that's what she wanted for her birthday present that year. She wanted to go to the Nordeck for her birthday, so I couldn't tell her no. And we went down there, and it was not at all what I expected. Everybody was inviting, everybody was welcoming. And every time we went, it just built from there.
Everyone just started calling me Crewbee just because I was coming to all the games in a little bee costume.
Girls, this way, girls, this way.
And so I feel like once I started bringing more and more people, they were just like, oh, Crewbee's friends. And so they started calling us the Hive, so then we're like, oh, we are the Hive. And then we just kind of started embracing it more and more. And then eventually the season ticket holders that were in the Hive, we got jackets, and we have them so that way it's like a motorcycle gang or something like that, like, because we're really tough. And so we all have the back is all the same, and then we all have our roles. Mine's president, and we have like vice president, who's Kaylee, and then Lo is like security, and then Ellie,
Esquire, she's your attorney.
Yeah, because her parents are both lawyers, so.
It's hard to believe she was that small when she was doing all this, because I look back now and I'm like, oh my goodness, you were tiny, and like, it was a great thing then, but now looking back even more, it's even bigger, because it's like, when you're in the middle of it, it's just a whirlwind, and it all just goes so fast, and that's why we ended up with 300 pictures in this book, because there's so many great memories and so many cool things that they got to do through this whole experience of being a fan of this team.
Sounds like a plan, so we're just going to treat it like a conversation.
Sure.
Like I said, we're going to ignore the cameras.
Okay.
And just have some fun here. So talk to me a little bit about the Beehive and their support.
Yeah. It was just an incredible thing they did for me. I was, and I'm still doing it. I'm trying to raise funds to buy a bus for an orphanage back home in Ghana. And they saw what I was doing. MLS released a video of some of my works, and they say, oh, that is incredible.
After we learned that like they didn't have a bus to like even go to school with, like again, that's just something that like blew our minds so much that we just wanted to do something about it so bad.
When we did stuff with Jonathan, that was all the girls saying, hey, we noticed that things are different in a different country and we want to do something about it. So that's really where it came from. It wasn't me pushing them, it's them really just driving the train and me continuing to put the fuel in it.
So they came up with something they do at the tailgate.
Everyone came together, we were all making bracelets. Like that might have been like the most girls that we had ever.
Yeah.
And they raised a lot of money for the foundation, and such an incredible bond with them now. I know the pops of one of the girls, John, and he's such an incredible dad.
So we weren't even planning for him to be in the picture necessarily, but he kind of like photobombed us because we were having like that much fun and that we were just goofing around.
She is lively and so interesting to be around. Some of the questions she asked me, I was like, wow. So the father looked at me, yeah.
You know, when you're teaching your kid how to become a leader, those are the kind of leaders and sports athletes that you want them to look up to.
It's just like great that he like cares about people so much and has such a big heart, and that he uses his resources like in a good cause. And I just think it's really cool to like kind of study what he does and learn from him and his actions.
Exactly what she's done is the same thing that he's done, essentially just on a smaller scale, is take the little platform that the club's given her and able to give back to others, just like Jonathan.
Happy birthday to John.
You know, her vibes, her positive energy is always contagious, and if she's gonna grow in this same strides, I think, you know, she's gonna be a great leader one day.
I couldn't be more proud of her and the things that she's done and the things that these girls have done.
It's just been a really good time, and I think for the future, I think we just need to keep doing the stuff that we're doing right now.
I just want to continue to see him grow and develop and do great things in the world just by being a fan of a soccer team.
Good. Oh, thank you.